Selamat pagi, Om Swastiastu. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom, namo buddhaya, salam kebajikan. Perkenalkan, saya Victor Bangun Mulia, BSc MBA. Saya merupakan dosen dari Politeknik Internasional Bali dalam prodi Diploma 4 Hotel Manajemen. Dalam kesempatan pagi ini, saya akan melakukan presentasi, yaitu berupa uh, konten untuk mata kuliah, capaian mata kuliah, dan juga micro teaching yang nanti akan dipaparkan dalam konteks keseluruhan 15 menit. Um, ini merupakan bagian dari uh, persyaratan dalam saya mengajukan untuk Serdos uh, dalam konteks saya sebagai dosen di kampus Politeknik Internasional Bali. Saya akan langsung mulai saja. Di dalam kesempatan ini, uh, saya akan memaparkan mata kuliah yang nanti akan dilakukan micro teaching. Mata kuliah yang salah satu yang saya ampu, yaitu Food and Beverage Cost Control. Food and Beverage Cost Control ini akan dijabarkan konteksnya, yaitu berupa deskripsi mata kuliah, capaian pembelajaran mata kuliah, materi pembelajaran, metode pembelajaran, sistem penilaian, rekaman micro teaching, dan juga rekaman micro teaching pembelajaran. Yang pertama, saya akan memaparkan deskripsi mata kuliah. Mata kuliah Food and Beverage Cost Control atau pengawasan biaya makanan minuman ini memperkenalkan mata kuliah dengan prinsip dan praktek pengolahan biaya dalam operasi makanan dan minuman di dalam industri hospitality. Topik mata kuliah ini mencakup pemahaman awal mengenai pendapatan, keuntungan, dan juga penentuan target penjualan, eh, pembelian penerimaan barang, perhitungan dan pengendalian bahan makanan, minuman, dan tenaga kerja, dan juga analisis keuangan. Dalam mata kuliah ini juga mempelajari bagaimana memaksimalkan keuntungan melalui perencanaan yang terrinci, tertata, melalui strategi keuangan yang tentunya nanti dapat diaplikasikan oleh mahasiswa di dalam industri hospitality ke depannya. Capaian pembelajaran mata kuliah ini bahwa mahasiswa mampu melakukan perhitungan melalui penetapan proyeksi em, makanan minuman, penjualan makanan minuman. Yang kedua yaitu mahasiswa dengan mata kuliah ini nanti akan mampu melakukan perencanaan yang sesuai dalam pembelian dan penerimaan bahan baku makanan dan juga minuman. Mahasiswa mampu melakukan perhitungan dan perencanaan dan juga implementasi terencana terhadap beban biaya makanan, minuman, dan tenaga kerja. Yang keempat adalah mahasiswa mampu menganalisa dan melakukan perencanaan melalui laporan keuangan dasar di dalam industri makanan minuman. Adapun materi pembelajaran selama satu semester yaitu terdiri dari 14 topik. Yang pertama adalah Managing Revenue dan Expense, melakukan perencanaan pemahaman awal dasar mengenai apa itu pendapatan dan juga pengeluaran. Yang kedua adalah Creating Sales Forecast, melakukan perencanaan penjualan, proyeksi pendapatan. Yang ketiga adalah Purchasing dan Receiving. Ini dibagi antara 2 minggu pertemuan, karena nanti masing-masing akan membahas mengenai purchasing dan receiving. Yang kelima adalah managing inventory. Managing inventory akan membahas mengenai pembelian barang bahan baku dan makanan, minuman dan makanan. Yang berikutnya keenam adalah managing food and beverage cost, diikuti dengan managing cost of labor dan juga managing food and beverage pricing. Itu ada dalam di bagian antara dua pertemuan. Yang berikutnya adalah controlling other expense, adanya biaya timbul lainnya di dalam konteks operasional restoran, yaitu selain makanan minuman, salah satunya adalah biaya marketing, biaya asuransi, dan biaya lain-lainnya. Yang berikutnya adalah planning for profit, yang dibagi adalah dua tahap. Yang tahap kedua yaitu di, uh, di, ditambahkan oleh perhitungan antara cost volume profit analysis. Pertemuan yang topik terakhir yaitu mengenai maintaining dan improving revenue. Berikutnya akan saya bahas mengenai metode pembelajaran. Dalam mata kuliah ini terdapat beberapa metode pembelajaran, yaitu adanya pemaparan materi atau presentasi, ya, diikuti dengan tugas mandiri ataupun baik itu dalam individu maupun dalam kelompok, yang tentunya sebagian besar adalah berisikan mengenai calculation, perhitungan. Yang berikutnya adalah diskusi, diskusi melalui pembahasan yang akan dibahas setiap minggu pertemuan. Ya, diskusi ini tentunya nanti akan aktif mahasiswa tidak hanya topik yang di minggu itu maupun juga topik yang minggu sebelumnya jika ada pertanyaan. Berikutnya ada juga project based learning. Project based learning ini nanti akan dapat dilakukan sebagai syarat untuk mendapatkan nilai dalam nanti bobot nilai baik itu dikerjakan secara individu maupun kelompok. Sistem penilaian ini ada yaitu presensi 5%, di mana kehadiran mahasiswa ini sangat berdampak terhadap nilai keseluruhan di akhir mata kuliah di akhir semester. Bobot penilaian berikutnya adalah kat 1, berupa tugas kuis maupun presentasi mahasiswa. Kat 1 ini dengan bobot 20%. Berikutnya adalah UTS 25%, UTS berupa tugas proyek dan tugas tertulis. Uh, Kat 2 yaitu bobotnya dengan 20%. Kat 2 berupa tugas semester secara individu maupun kelompok. Yang berikutnya adalah UAS yaitu 30%. UAS ini berupa tugas project maupun soal tertulis. Berikutnya micro teaching yang akan nanti saya paparkan, salah satu topik yang di dalam mata kuliah Food and Beverage Cost Control, dengan judulnya pertemuan hari ini topiknya adalah Managing Food and Beverage Pricing. Oke, saya akan mulai. Alright, good morning everyone. How's everybody doing today? We will have today's lectures on managing and food and beverage pricing. Hopefully, today's class we will have fruitful discussions regarding one of the important topic of everyone that can learn in the learning about food and beverage, especially about the how does the managers functions towards the obtaining revenue and profit. So we have outcomes today, today's lectures. Number one is by the end of this class, the students will have a understanding about the component of a product pricing from the menu that later we can elaborate based on several establishments. Doesn't have to be restaurants. It can be a bar. It can be any other establishments, as long as they relate to the selling food and beverage. Number two, by the end of this class, the students are aware and understands what are the values in terms of calculating the pricings. Some of the values might be related to the internal factors and also external factors. The next one is the one of the outcomes that is important from this today's class is the students will understand various factors that might affect the menu pricings. Okay, so that's today's goal, guys, students. So hopefully by towards this next few minutes or lectures, please feel free to ask any questions, and we will start from the reviewing last week. So okay, so anyone would like to share with the class what was we learned, what are some of the topics that we learned from the last week? Anyone? Students, go ahead.
Uh, Good morning, sir.
Yes, hi, good morning. Okay, please share with the class.
Okay, thank you for the time, sir. Good morning, everyone. I would like
Okay.
to hear about the review last week. Sorry, uh, the review is rest. Talking about rest labor.
Okay,
Uh,
labor, yes. Okay, good. Labor, yes. So, okay, good. So, labor is one of the important factors, yes, when running a food and beverage business, yes. Labor, yes. Okay, what else that you like to share?
okay. The review is restaurant labor costs are the total dollar amount that your business spends on labor. This includes the pay made to both hourly wage and salaried workers,
Okay,
employee benefits and taxes.
yes. Okay, great. So, yes, we last week we learned about a business running in the restaurant. Manager must spend money, must understand the calculations on the various sources of employee. Some they pay monthly. Some of the employees, the manager or the restaurant owner, must pay an hourly. So that's depending on the nature of the business. That's depending on the volume of the business. Some of the business, some of the restaurant, they might not take the hourly employee because they already invest so much. They have already strong labor, strong employee. They have a captain, restaurant manager, assistant manager, chef, purchasing. So by the end of the month, they just pay the monthly salary to those employees. But some of the other establishments, last week we talked about they hire a part-time, they pay them daily because the business is improving, their lack of staff, there's some of the staff resign, they just need to extra help in the kitchen. So yes, very good, Theo. Thank you so much. All right, so let's start today for the topic that we will overview on the sales, yeah, on the pricing. So let me read a bit. Revenue management. When we talk about pricing, everyone, we talk about the revenue. So on how we calculate the revenue. So revenue management, what we call it in the more simplest term. So revenue management is the term of professionals they use in the process of monitoring and determine selling price. So once you have your product sales out there in your restaurants, you sell, let's say, a pasta. You sell for 100,000 rupiah, but the most important aspect in the managing revenue is you need to monitor your sales. You need to monitor your product movement. So you cannot just outline your product and then hoping that people will buy the pasta every day, every hour. But you also have monitor. Revenue management is the essential process in the running a restaurant a business. I think it's not just restaurant, but I think it's also a business of selling food and beverage. Okay. All right. Menu planning. So menu planning is one of the key point aspect in terms of a running selling product and beverage. Without the proper menu, without the proper items that you hit the market and then you need to sell to your target market, is without careful planning is not working. So we have to understand, everyone. There's a few planning. Okay, so maybe Ati, okay, Ati, can you read the for planning process involvement? There's some menu types. Okay, go ahead. I think maybe.
Yes. The menu affect every step of a restaurant operation, from planning to everyday functioning.
Yes.
Menu planning involves one, menu type, two, menu cost, four, three, menu solution, four, menu design.
Okay, good. So there's a four process, yes. One is we need to determine the types. The cost is various aspect is very important. We talked about few weeks ago about the costing. So one of the important ingredients of learning, of understanding on the restaurant is actually calculating the cost. We don't want to oversell it, but we don't want to undersell it. We want to keep our profit in check. And then there's some menu nutritions. Menu nutritions, and nowadays the people are very concerned about what they're eating, their dietary concerns. The design of the menu is one of the factors that affecting the people that coming to your business in terms of psychological aspect. When they see the menu, they have the strong appetite. And before they not want to purchase your appetizers, but now once they see the menu, they're not just ordering your soup, but they're ordering your appetizers, they're ordering your beverages, they're ordering your salad and etc. So I think there's part of the component of the planning that I think that's important for the restaurant managers or a business owner. Okay, there are several types of menu that out there. Now, some of this menu is just a basic menus that we are encounter in the daily business. Once you go to the hit the market, you see the restaurant, you see the bar. There's a few types of menu that out there. But this is just some of the basic one. Different country, different geographical locations. It's different types of the menu that they're offering. For example, if you go to the Europe, there's a menu there in Western Europe that is not familiar in the Northern America. People living in Canada, in America, they are familiar with they call it the cycle menu. But not all the restaurant, not all the area, they have a cycle menu because it's in terms of a volume, we have to serve big portions of the cycle menu, daily and weekly. And there's a standard menu, of course, the one that we see every day in the restaurants. That is the main component of attracting guests. A special menu, I think this is a very common. People do specials in their business. People do a special in their restaurants. Number one is um, they have a standard menu in terms of the advantage. That's the one that I would like to discuss next. Some of the advantage menu is the people they have the sales record that make the future calculation easier. Because of the menu, the people coming to your business, they're easy to expect. And then there's also the purchase is more accurate. So once you have the menu in built in the restaurants, set up in the restaurants, your chef or your kitchen manager, they will have a much more easy and standardized process in terms of purchasing all the ingredients. And definitely, one of the most advantage from the menu is the employees, both front and the back of employees, can definitely train on the productions, on consistency, how they serve, what size of the sauce, what types of plates, and whether this is served with the side dish or not side dish. So that kind of a process that I think from the standard menu manager will be easier for them to navigate the sales. Maybe Hussein can give us the simple standard menu example. Hussein, any particular menu probably when we talk about the menu, what's your
Okay,
favorite?
so mostly what in my opinion when I
Yes.
come to the restaurant,
Yeah,
and
what are you
then
looking when you come to the restaurant? You
yeah,
see
I see the menu
yeah, you see
first.
the
I,
condition of the restaurant first,
yeah,
or you see directly with the menu?
mostly I looking for the first the condition of the restaurant, especially
Okay.
like is it like a good restaurant
Yes.
or maybe the vibes and
The
mostly
design, the
yeah the
decor,
design.
yes, the ambience, right? Yes.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
right, sir.
But are you
And
looking at
also,
the menu also or directly?
yeah, mostly I'm looking for the menu,
Yeah, yeah.
especially like what kind of the food or they serve on their menu. So mostly I'll look for that because mostly like when we are hungry and then we're looking for the yeah we're looking for the good food to eat, right?
Yes, 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 yes. So, okay, thank you, Hussein. So,
That
yes, so thank you. So, if me, let's say, for example, if I go to the restaurant, definitely I sit down directly look at the menu. So, yes, the ambience is definitely plays an important role for the people to come and to enjoy in the restaurants in the business. But I think the how deep is your attachments between your menu, your product, and your guests, I think is can be delivered from the presentation of your menu. And obviously the taste must be good, yes. Okay. All right. All right. So next one, when we talk about the customer, they come into your business, we have what we call it a value perceptions. So value perception is as we look at the three components when they talk about the perceptions. Number one is if the price is are above those people expect to pay, the restaurant will have a provide greater value. So if you say that your product is more expensive than the competitor next door, and I think the one of the key points in terms of value is that you have to give an extra value, whether it's an extra value in terms of restaurant ambience, the concept of the restaurants, the speed of your servers, the friendliness of your waiter or the bartender that provide excellent cocktails or any other values. So once the guest is coming to eat in the restaurants, they don't mind to paying so much money for one simple steak, for example. So the second one is, I think, this is more, how to say, more technical from this perspective of the chef of the product, the one who create the menu is definitely better ingredients. So the value is they can sell the same item, the same name, but I think the ingredients at the end of the plays important roles. If you say, for example, if you say imported sirloin, or if you say the pasta is homemade or the pasta is imported, whichever it is, I think the value of your selected ingredients must deliver an outstanding taste, yes, to your guests. And the other value perception, the one that always happening, and we can see from many places, is the customer should not wonder what menu items, how they prepare, or how they serve. So they it's very wise to say that this thing here is not the customer should not worry. The customer just purchase and get the most of the excellent customer experience, excellent product, excellent service. The excellent product, obviously, from food and beverage. Excellent service is the moment they enter the restaurants, greeted by the host, and then the bar persons that deliver an excellent beverages, drinks, wine, beer, whatever, cocktails, mocktails, and also and then when the product, the food itself arrives in your table, and then bring by the excellent waiter. So yes, so I think that's the value of the perceptions, the one that is very crucial. Um, Please feel free if you guys will have an experience. Please feel free to write it down in a piece of paper later during the Q&A sessions. Please, you can jot down your experience to the latest visit to the restaurant, bar, cafe, coffee shop, whatever. And then what is your expectations of value when you see the product, when you see the menu, when you see the picture of a croissant, what is your expectations of the product and the price? So yes, just write it down, one example, one experience. Um, so there are several factors affecting menu pricings. Um, Later, I will elaborate few of them. Um, but the most important is profitable items should be emphasized. This may achieve through strategic placement, highlighting service suggestions and appealing aspect. So one of the factors that the most commonly mentions are the economic conditions, local competitions, service levels delivered by your staff, obviously from the managers also. Guest types, what kind of guests that suitable coming. So this is, I think, related to the initials market research, yeah, during your feasibility study before you opening a restaurant. I think this is plays a solid role. Product quality, the one that just mentioned, the chef selecting the best ingredients, the best cooking methods, good implementation of storage management, portion size. That's the price, the one that the item that you purchase with the portion size is acceptable, or it compared to other competitors. Does it suitable? I think will you pay 200,000 rupiah maybe for a small Caesar salad, where else you can a competitor outside you can do the maybe half price. So yes, that is very much influencing the menu price, the ambience. People do investments in different types of concept of restaurants. They spend millions, 100 millions of rupiahs in terms of investment, and they want to give the best experience. Obviously, depending on the concept of the restaurants, can be Thai, can be Western, can be Indian cuisines. So the ambience plays a good role. I think it's very crucial also. Meal period, whether the restaurant open for lunch or breakfast. Some of the restaurant, we can see the coffee shop, they only open for breakfast. By afternoon, by 1 p.m., by 2 p.m., they already close down or slowing down. The location definitely plays important roles. The same items maybe sells in the near airport or near the tourist areas. It's different price. The same item in the maybe in the local neighborhood, in the less tourist mobility. Sales mix, definitely, they want to try to promote other items in order to make the best of the pricing, not just to the customer, but also to the profit of for the business owner, yes, for the restaurant owner, yes. So yes, that's some of the influencing. Maybe there's a questions. Please feel free to ask questions. For today's topic, we can discuss based on your experience on just now when you're visiting a restaurant or cafe or coffee shops or even a small stalls, food stalls in the street, and how you experience, and were you willing to pay the money, or you think it's expensive even though they sell on the street. So I do a Q&A for today. Please feel free, anyone like to ask questions or to share, please go ahead.
Sir, can I ask a question?
Yes, okay, go ahead.
Okay, uh, how the restaurant
Yes.
make a menu
Hmm.
uh, for guests, so guests interested about the menu.
Okay, good questions. Okay, so that um, there are several factors. They have to do research first. The owner must know exactly what are the concept of the restaurant that they are selling. to which market, to which the customers that later will come to the restaurant. So, for example, if they want open Indian restaurant, Indian cuisine, if there's no other questions, thank you so much, everyone, students, for today's lessons. Just to recap the session today. So today we talk about the importance of menu pricings and why this is in affecting people in terms of perceptions. Okay, if there's no questions, thank you so much for today's. Feel free to take a look the e-learning. I put also the video and also today's topic presentations. And to next week, we will continue about the menu pricing, but we do some exercise in terms of calculations. Okay, thank you so much. I see you on the next meeting, everyone. All right.